the topic of salary negotiation has been really popular on this channel. In fact, I have a lot of people internally at my own company who are messaging me all the time about salary negotiation, which is kind of funny. And I'll just get these random pings like, dude, I'm having a comp review, like, what do I do? I'm like, bro, I'm in a meeting, I can't handle this. But anyway, I got this great message from an individual who just emailed me. This individual wanted to know what kind of leverage they had, internally to get a pay raise. He was not happy with the comp review because there's a performance review. He was actually moving from one lower position to the next position up. He was seeing what the manager could potentially do, and the manager was like, well, hey man, take it or leave it. The most leverage that you're ever gonna have is when you're going into a company, right? You can negotiate whatever you want, within reason, right? Once you land the job in, but then once you're in, you're kind of dealing with these like 2%, 3% raises oftentimes, or you're dealing with like these bell-shaped curves of performance where kind of like everybody deviates to the middle, so they all get the same performance review, except like 1% of the company who may get like a little bit more, but those people have to work like insanely hard. At the end of the day, it's probably not even worth it. It's probably worth just more like deviating to the middle in most cases, but I digress. In some cases, if your manager is willing to advocate for you, right? Or you're at a performance review, or that your salary is way lower than kind of like the median salary, with other individuals in that company or other companies, then you can try to make that case. But if your manager says no way and they're not willing to advocate for you, you can't really go around your manager, right? Because they're like the person that is going to be able to give you that validation or fight for you. Really, in these types of cases, I mean, it sucks, but the only way to really try to get a pay raise is to try to get another job. Because when you get another job, you can try to negotiate 20, 25, 30% higher in the move that you make versus your annual raises internally at an organization at 2%, right? It's not advantageous for you to stick around, which is why the average tenure at a lot of people, for a lot of people at these large tech companies is only 2 years, because they recognize the game that's being played, right? They say, look, I'm gonna farm myself out to the highest bidder and see what happens. Now, I mean, there's a lot to be said about the team you're on and the culture of your team that you're on as well. That's critical, right? Like, I actually, I'm really thankful for the team that I'm on right now. I get these recruiter calls all the time, and sometimes it's kind of tempting to go, yeah, that would be interesting, right? But at the end of the day, the people are more important than the money, right? In a lot of cases, most often, the people are more important than the money, actually. That is the single most important thing. But, if your boss isn't advocating for you, and you don't see a path to grow, the only other lever that you could pull internally, the only other lever that I've seen work, is by trying to negotiate a different title, right? Like going to your boss and saying, okay, so not willing to give me more money. Cool, that sucks. However, would you be willing to give me a higher title? Right? And you want to be really strategic about the type of title that you ask for, right? Because a certain title at a Google or a Facebook might pay super high, right? And once you kind of have that logo attached to yourself, the senior or whatever it is in your job family, then you can, stick around for a while, play that title game, and then lever up to another organization. A lot of other people are kind of feeling the same kind of pain, like, what the hell do I do? My boss is not advocating for me, or my pay raise during my promotion was like way shittier than I expected. And if that's the case, then either play the job level game and try to exit, or if you can't play the job level game, just try to exit anyway. I know it's difficult during the time of COVID-19, but if you're in an industry that's growing, that shouldn't necessarily be as big of a problem. So, all right, hopefully that helped. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.